I think it's the perfect time for me to do this. The first part of the season has officially ended. And the way we are going to be breaking this down is through different categories. Let me go through them. They are signings, match performances, individual player performances, coaching, and expectations. You might be wondering what each one is. And, well, there are some subcategories to it as well. In terms of signings, did we make enough signings this summer? Did we make the right signings this summer? And have Perez made the right decisions? In terms of match performances, did we play good football? That's the most important thing. Have Real Madrid fans, myself, you, everyone else, the Haywan next to you, have we enjoyed the way we play? And have we dominated teams? Hey. Player performances. Have the players done well? Have the players played to what is expected? And have they been consistent from the first game of the season to the last game of the season, which is Seville yesterday? In terms of coaching, has Carlo coached this team well? Has the lineups been correct? And in terms of in-game management, has he done the right changes in the right games when needed to? And last but not least, is expectations. Have we played to what was expected from us beginning of the season? Because, hey, let's not forget, we entered the season as a La Liga champion and a Champions League champion. I don't want anyone to forget this. But most importantly, are we where we want to be? Are you satisfied? Am I satisfied? Is everyone else satisfied? And from there, we can give an overall rating to see how exactly Real Madrid has done so far. From August, September, October, November, and so far December, approaching Jan, approaching 2025. How have we done so far? For that reason, listen, before we go any further, don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and, of course, comment your own ratings from the different categories which I've just mentioned. I'm going to be doing mine. I'm going to be reading all the comments to see what you have ranked this team and how you have graded it. And, of course, the season is done. In terms of the first part of the season is done, but that doesn't mean the content is done. I'm still doing content, so if you're enjoying the content, do not forget to, of course, hit that subscription. We're getting close to 50,000, which is, of course, the aim since the start when I've been consistent. Listen, let's go straight into it. In terms of signings, did we make enough signings? No. Let's go. I mean, listen. What did I say? Honest assessment, right? What does it say right here? Honest assessment, and I'm giving you my honest assessment. I'm not going to be sugarcoating nothing. You guys know me well. I'm a very, very honest fan. I say how things are. If things are good, I will say it's good. When things are bad, I'm going to say it's bad. I'm not going to hide because I love this team. Nah, brother, I'm being real. In terms of, did we make enough signings? No, we did not make enough signings. After what happened last season we had one healthy centre-back. We had one healthy centre-back for 3 months. When Alaba went down, when Militao went down, Nacho went down last season, we only had Rudiger. So I think the board should have known from last season, even Nacho left us. Did we make the replacement of Nacho? No, we haven't made any defensive reinforcement. We are, after what happened last season to us, where we've been short of defenders, we entered the season with not a single defensive reinforcement. Not a single right back, not a single left back, but most importantly, not a single centre back. So did we make enough signings? Absolutely not, we didn't. The midfield was covered, the attack was covered. In terms of who we signed, we signed Mbappe. Now, did we make the right signings? In hindsight, I mean, no one could have guessed, no one could have predicted how Mbappe would have turned out. I'm not here to say, is Mbappe the wrong signings? Absolutely not. I mean, no one expected how Mbappe turned out to be, and I do hope Mbappe will turn out to be better than what he was beginning of the season. But I think recently, ever since the interview came out, I think he's been doing much, much better, specifically the last game against Seville, where he himself came out and said, listen, my adaptation period is done. Carlos said it, he himself have said it. I've now adapted. The second part of the season is where I'm going to be literally, cruising. So let's see. In terms of did we make the right signings, I don't think we did, because, again, we all know what the problems are. We all know what the issues are. You don't need to be an Einstein. I don't need to be a tactical genius. Carlo Ancelotti doesn't need to be the man he is to know we lack centre-backs, we lack full-backs, and it's that simple. we haven't made those signings. So that goes to Perez. The reason why Perez is important, and Calafat as well. Don't forget, I didn't forget Calafat, my brother. You are a victim of this as well. You both of you and Perez, you guys have got this little fetish. And sometimes there's a good fetish. And trust me, that fetish has worked out in many stages of the past decade or the 2 decades. You guys are waiting for the Galactical signing. But sometimes in life, you don't need to wait for a 10 out of 10. Just be compromised, my brother. Settle. We don't need to wait for a Galactical. We've done it. Galactical midfielder, Galactical attacker, Galactical winger. It's cool. We don't need a Galactical centre-back. You don't need to wait for the right moment you get that Galactical centre-back or that Galactical right-back. Trent, I understand, it's a Galactical right-back. Saliba, it's a Galactical centre-back. But my brother, those centre-backs players are not going to be available anytime soon. Saliba's not going to be joining this season or next season. We need to make the right signings when we need to. And at the moment, we are desperately needing a centre-back. So Perez and Calafat, they've got their eyes on the next Galactical centre-back, the next 100 million centre-back. And again, couple names comes to mind. The likes of Saliba, the likes of Gvardiol, and the likes of Bastoni, who Real Madrid have been rumoured and interested to get all 3 of them. But all 3 of them, I'm looking at them. Gvardiol is looking like a possibility after what's going on with City at the moment. They are in a mess. Bastoni, I don't see Italian centre-backs leaving anytime soon. The last one we had was Cannavaro back in 2006. And in terms of William Saliba, it depends what Arsenal do. And it depends on, are Arsenal going to offload him for cheap? No, they're not. Arsenal going to be looking at least 110, 120 above that mark. Are we going to be spending 120 million on a centre-back? I highly doubt so. So we're looking at this and we're waiting for that Galactic centre-back where we can sign a stopgap. We can sign someone we don't need to spend 120, 130 million. Lukiba was a perfect signing. The person who went to Al Nassr fam, what's his name? Simikan would have been a perfect. Signing Laporte. Why are we so against signing Laporte when he's there available for us for literally for cheap? And he's not that old as well. He's reaching his prime. We can make the right signings rather than the Galactical signing, which is our fetish. And again, it's a cool fetish to have because that brought us the likes of Jude Bellingham. That brought us the likes of, that brought us some good players in the past. But my brother, making the right signings could be the most crucial thing. Camavinga is not a Galactical signing because Camavinga was brought as that little wonder kid. Look at how he's turned out to be. Making the right signings might be the most important thing. For that reason, in terms of signings, in terms of what we've done, I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm giving it an F. I'm giving it an F, and I don't care what anyone says, my brother. I'm giving it an F. It's that simple. It's that easy. One signing in terms of Mbappe after all the problems we had last season is not good enough. It's not good enough. Moving on. Match performances. Did we play good football? No. Have Real Madrid fans enjoyed the way we play? I mean, I can't vouch for every single Madrid fan around the world. But let me answer that question specifically, and I'm sure everyone agrees. No, we haven't. We absolutely haven't. And have we dominated teams? No, we haven't. There hasn't been a single good game this season for Real Madrid. In terms of maybe few games there towards the last couple months, maybe 2 or 3. We haven't played good football. We haven't dominated teams. And if you go back, let's do it now, actually. Rather than me telling you, let me do it now, fam. Let me actually do it now. Let's do it as a collective. Rather than you guys say I'm too harsh. Let me do it now. Real Madrid. Fixtures. Seville, good game? Yes. Our best game of the season in terms of first half. Pachocha. Quality of the team, I'm not taking this game any into account, my brother. Rayo Vallecano, you know the result. You know what happened. Atalanta, did we dominate Atalanta? No, we didn't. Did we play good football? Some stage of the game. I think the first half we were okay. But did we dominate? No. Girona, we were very good. Very, very good. Bilbao, you know what happened. Getafe, we won 2-0, but it wasn't wow. To be fair, we had a good moment of the game, but it wasn't the best. I think, okay, I like the way we played. Liverpool, you know what happened. Leganes, I wasn't convinced. Yes, we won 3-0 away from home. I wasn't convinced. Osasuna, better performance. Milan, you know what happened. Barcelona, you know what happened. Dortmund, the last 30 minutes was good. The first 60 minutes was disgusting and pathetic. What else? Celta Vigo, I wasn't happy. Villarreal, I wasn't happy either. You know what happened. You know what happened in the second half. I wasn't happy with the second half performance. The first half was good. Espanyol, first half was bad. Second half was good. Stuttgart, Sociedad, the second half, Betis, nah. Las Palmas, nah. Real Valladolid, second half was alright. First half was bad. And that's it. Of all the games which I've just said, have you guys been convinced? Have you guys been convinced? Be real. Have you guys been convinced of what we've done? Have we been convinced the way we play? Have we dominated? No, we haven't dominated teams. Out of all the games which I've just mentioned, I've maybe mentioned 3, 4, 5 games which we've all been happy about. Which again, I've done watch-alongs for each game, and after each watch-along, I've come out and said, disappointing, below expectation, X, Y, and Z. I haven't come out and done a match review and said, my goodness gracious, we played great football. Only a couple of games. So no, yes, we haven't done that. I'm gonna be real, because in terms of the way we play, I'm gonna get that to someone else, because he is supposed to be designing the right strategy forward, and that brother hasn't done so. In terms of, did we play good football? No, we haven't. Have Real Madrid fans enjoyed the way we play all season? No, we haven't. Have we dominated teams? No, we haven't. For that reason, if you think I'm harsh, I'm not going to give an F, because F is basically, my brother, you've been ass all season. We haven't been ass. When we know how to play, we play good. And again, that hasn't been consistent. We've only been doing stages of playing well. We have never had a consistency, full 90 minutes of playing well. And again, I'm not expecting us to play full 90 minutes every single game. It's not possible. No team is able to maintain the same high level every single game. But what I'm expecting from my team is at least show it maybe 45 minutes. Give me a good 45 minutes every single game. We haven't had a good 45 minutes every game. Show me good 60. We haven't had a good 60 minutes. We've had maybe stages. We have maybe purple 10 minutes there, 15 minutes there. That's never been consistency. One time I see a good 45 minutes. The next game I see ass. So ratings, I'm going to give this a D. And that's just me being real. Moving on. Player performances. I can't wait for this. Have the players done well? Some players. Some players. Have the players played to what is expected? Some players. Have they been consistent? Some players. And I think every single person knows who their players are. I think if I asked every single Real Madrid fan out there, and I'm talking to you specifically right now, if I told you right now, rank our best 3 players so far this season, I genuinely think, and I think it's a no-brainer, that every single Real Madrid fan will say the same top 3. If you have a different top 3, then you're just trying to be different. You're just trying to be someone that you're not. My brother, put the difference in the back. We all know who those 3 top players are. And that is in no particular order. I'm giving you 3 players. I don't care how you rank them. They are in top 3. And that is Fede, Jude, Vinny. Those 3 have been the undisputed top 3 Real Madrid players. Are we surprised? Absolutely not. Because if you go back to my last season, where I've ranked every single Real Madrid player from 1 to 25, those 3 players were my top 3. I'm not surprised. The consistency, those 3 players have shown it. Other players now, it comes down to injuries. It comes down to being unfortunate they've been out. It comes down to me being put out in different positions. Camavinga, due to the lack of games, that's why I never put him in top 3. But in terms of if he was healthy all season, he would have a very good argument to compete with those top 3 players. Rodrigo, start the season, over the past now month, ever since he's come back from an injury, because he's been going out, we rushed him, got injured, he came back, we rushed him, he got a little bit knocked, he's now back. He's been very good. Rudiger started the season very, very, very disappointing. He's now been better recently. Thibaut Courtois was very, very, very good. I had him maybe top. If we did this 2 months ago, Courtois would be in my top 3. Start of the season, he was saving us. Got injured. When he came back from an injury, the first game was good. recently, he's letting goals in, which I'm looking at him. I'm like, my brother, you can do better. I'm not blaming you solely for those goals, but you can do better. At your level and what I know you can do better. Well, don't get me started on Vasquez. Because if we do this, my brother, this video will be 3 hours long. And it wouldn't be PG. It would not be PG. Vasquez, Frank Garcia and Ferland Mendy hit him. Let me not get started. So that's what I'm saying. Have the players done well? No, I mean, some players have done well. Sabayas, start the season, we didn't see him. Recently, he's done very, very well. Chemeni, he was injured. He played as a midfielder. That was bad performance as a midfielder. Went back to the centre-back. He started very well. Last performance against Seville, I wasn't impressed with him. Raul Asensio came in out of nowhere, has done well. So again, it comes down to player performance. Arda Güler, whenever he's got the chances, he's done well. Certain games he started, he hasn't really delivered. The game against Liverpool. Brahim Diaz, he's done well. He's done bad, but I think he's done well more than bad. Mbappe, One thing about Mbappe, which let me make it very clear, because I think everyone thinks I hate Mbappe, which is not true. I don't hate Mbappe. Brother, I've been twerking for Mbappe for 7 years, and you can see all the years I've been twerking for him for. So don't tell me stay on that side. Now, brother, I've been on that side for 7 years, which you don't even know about. I've been watching this guy when this guy was 13. Pause. Hey. Trust me, I've been wanting Mbappe for so many years. We finally get him. And in my mind, I've got so many expectations of what he could have turned out to be. He hasn't delivered. Of course, I'm going to be disappointed. Of course, I'm going to be angry. I'm not calling him names. I've called him names. I've called him Haywan. But trust me, he's been giving me Haywan behavior for the past couple months, fam. So me calling him Haywan is a compliment to all Haywans out there. Because, brother, he could have been I could call him Chelib. And Chelib, I could call him worse. But let me call him Haywan for the time being. But don't give me this, stay on that side. If it turns out well, or you can't beat. I'm not. Again, I don't care what you say. And again, this is a message to every single Madrid fan. You're allowed to criticize Mbappe. Because who he is. I'm not signing a 15-year-old. I'm not signing a 20-year-old. I'm not signing someone who's played his first ever professional. Endrick. I'm not expecting nothing from Endrick. I'm I know what I'm having with Endrick. I know what Endrick is giving me. First ever professional season in Europe. I'm not expecting to score 30, 50, 70 goals. But I'm expecting from Mbappe, because look who Mbappe is. The greatest player for the past 4 or 5 years. So what? You think I'm being too harsh? Look at Ronaldo. When we signed him. The Ballon d'Or winner. We signed not that season specifically, but we signed a Ballon d'Or winner. The first season, we lost to Lyon in the round of 16. The fans criticized him like, yo, I know you scored, but my brother, you were supposed to be the man to take us past that little drought. We got kicked out from the round of 16 every single season. So you were supposed to be the man to change that. What did he come out and say? He didn't come out and say like Mbappe and say, fans are being too harsh. No. What did he come out and say? Trust me, I failed. But Real Madrid fans, trust me on this. I will give you the La Decima. And he did give us La Decima. So what? If we booed and criticized our greatest ever player, what makes Mbappe immune to this? What has Mbappe given us for us to be immune? In fact, Mbappe is the one that rejected us 3 years in a row. So what? You're rooting for the guy who's rejected 3 years ago and you still on his back? The problem is new. The problem is not me. If he does well, which he's been doing well, I'm going to praise him. I'm going to give him his flowers. But don't tell me this, I'm being too harsh on him. Have you seen in the first part of the 3 seasons, the bad touches, the physically not being there, technically not being there, missing easy chances, everything about him? But nah, I'm being too harsh. Shut the hell up, fam. But in terms of player performance, and like I said, moment of the game is all right. Not consistently, moments of the game. And again, I can't give them a harsh rating because certain men have impacted it. For that reason, in terms of player performances, as a whole, I haven't been happy. But some players have delivered massively. And again, I said it. If you go back to one of my videos a couple of weeks ago, in terms of Barcelona and Real Madrid, Barcelona, start of the season and everything, and how they are now, they've been winning games to Hansi Flick before that little run, which, hey, we will talk about in a later video. But in terms of Real Madrid, we've been playing games because of individual brilliance. And those individual brilliance, which I'm talking about, have the ones been saving us. So in terms of rating, I'm going to give Real Madrid players a B minus. And that is me being proper real. A B minus. It could have been a B plus if those players never got injured and if they had more games on the... It's a B minus. B minus. Coaching. Wallah, I'm not going to take too much time because if I take too much on this one, I'm going to be here for so many years. Coaching, I'm going to be so simple. I'm going to be so easy. Coach this team well? No, you haven't. Line has been correct? No, it hasn't. In-game management? Some games. Some games. I'm going to give you your flowers on certain points. And those certain points is it took you a bit too long to do. Ceballos, I like how you've now added him to the team. Tchouaméni, I understand why you play him as a centre-back. Camavinga, I understand why you played him as a left-back last game. Fede, I understood why you played him as a right-back when Vasquez went down as well. The system with how it is with Mbappe, Vini, Rodrigo, it's nothing to do with you. I think it comes down to the players. But I think it comes down to you giving them an actual system in place. But the players needs to deliver. Other than that, honestly speaking, I think this has been the worst Carlo Ancelotti performance. And again, I think that's crazy for me to say. Because I think last season was good for Carlo. And I think how he set up his team. This season, I think it's been really, really disappointing from all levels. From all levels. Tactically, in-game, so many things that you've been getting wrong. So many lineups you've been getting wrong. Sometimes I look at lineups, I don't understand why you start on this person. I don't understand why you're not playing this person. It's been so many games like this. The in-game management, I'm wondering why you're not bringing him sooner. I wonder why you're bringing him and not him. And again, I think at this point, you're reaching the stage of, you know yourself that let me just win, let me just get the W, and that's it. Because you'll know by next season you're out, by 2 years you're out. You're not here to maybe build a foundation and build a future, build a legacy. I think you know deep down, I've been here. I've won this team 3 Champions League. Whatever I do, I've now, after his win against Pachuca, I think he's he is now, factually speaking, he is the manager with the most trophies as a Real Madrid coach. So in terms of trophies, no one can argue with that no more. That brother has won more trophies than any other Real Madrid manager. So his name is in the history books already. That includes 3 Champions League trophies in a decade difference. 2014, 2024. So that brother did it in 2 different decades. So I look at him, and like I said, I'm not here to speak about his past. His history book speaks for itself. Everything he's done in the past speaks for itself. I'm here talking about this season. And this season, my brother, with all due respect to you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, you have been absolutely pathetic in terms of managing this team so far this season. You haven't had a single decision right. I mentioned couple, but those couples are, where was this before? Those couples are, you know what? Here you go. A little crumbs. Take it. Take it. The main serving, the actual starters, mains and desserts, you haven't been given nothing. You got the little sides. What? Hey, cheesy fries? Hey, yeah, take it. But in terms of actually giving me what I wanted this season, bro, you have the best players in the world, and you can't create a system that can work for all of them together. You have got the best system in the world. You looked at Jude from last season and what he did last season, and you thought to yourself, let me make him cover Lucas Vasquez as a right back for a couple games. You had Mbappe. And again, I understand Mbappe can't play on the left. He can't play as a striker. He can't play as a striker. Why didn't you play him on the left sooner? We all know Vinny can play as a striker. We all know how he can adapt to a striker. When Vinny doesn't play games, why is Rodrigo not playing as a left winger? Why is Rodrigo playing as a right winger? Why is Lucas Vasquez constantly, after every single mistake, playing as a right back? You're too easy to scapegoat Frank Garcia after the game against Rayo, and you bench him and play Camavinga. Why is Lucas Vazquez playing? Forget we had a good game against Seville. In hindsight, it was a good decision. I mean, it was the only decision you could have made. But why has Lucas Vazquez not been benched? Why? It's because you favor certain players. I think you look at this as a business hierarchy. Certain players, older players, the most experienced players, they get what they want. In terms of inexperienced players, the younger players, you have to fight for your soul and blood. Endrick, why has he not getting any sort of minutes? Arda Güler, why has he got any minutes early from the season? You're playing sometimes, you play Luka Modric, again, experience, age, what he's done. But Sabai should be getting every single Luka Modric minutes. You played Luka Modric against Rayo where there was no need to play him against Rayo. Sabai should have done that. So again, decisions that he's made, lineup has not been correct. The in-game management, bringing the right players sooner. He reacts too late. He brings players in the 80th minute, 85th minute when the game, that's no meaning of the game. There's no meaning of the game. The game against Barcelona. He should have brought players, the Endrick, the Arda Güler. Why did you not? We're losing 3-0. So this is what I mean. Like, I go back to what I said about in terms of this team, in terms of team performance. We haven't played well. It comes down to this man. And I don't want anyone defending this. I don't want anyone giving him praise. I don't want anyone maybe saying, oh, you're being too harsh. He's one of 3. I don't care about 3 Champions League trophies. I care about the season. Leave the past in the past, my brother. We look at this season and how we've played. We haven't been good. So for that reason, my brother, I'm giving you an F. And that's me being wallah, it's me being kind. And now the expectation for Real Madrid so far this season, have we played to expectations? I mean, no, we haven't. Last season, we were La Liga champion, Champions League champion. We come to this season, we haven't delivered. We haven't really done well. Are we where we want to be? Not really. Are we happy with this? I mean, let me ask you, man, this now. Let me ask you, man. Are you, man, happy with this? Second. I mean, second with 1 game behind Atleti. If you asked, I mean, now in terms of context, it looks good now. Trust me, brother. We were 8 points behind Barcelona at one point last month after we lost against them. And in terms of the Champions League, my goodness. Are we happy with this? 20th? We've lost 3 games in the Champions League already. 3 games already. So no, we're not happy. But I understand Real Madrid. I understand how this works. Second part of the season, we turn up as usual. It is what it is. It's how he is. Mbappe said it himself in the interview himself. He said, yo, I know Real Madrid and I've been watching Real Madrid. And the second part of the season is when Real Madrid, this is crunch time. Camavinga came out recently and said the same thing. Second part of the season, this is when we know when we have to wake up. I think every player knows it, and this is why I'm not being too harsh on this specific segment, because I think every single person knows second part of the season, yo, this is where legends are being made. If you want to be a legend, if you want to be considered a top player, if you want to be part of this team, you have to deliver in the second part of the season. Some players in the past have done it, others haven't, and those others, they've all faded away. They've all left. The players who have, their name is still being sang amongst the stadium. In terms of grading, expectations, no. Are we where we want to be? We want 2 trophies. Yes, stupid trophies, but my brother, every final we've competed, we've won it. So that is the expectation for this season was we win every single trophy what's given in front of us. We've done that. We're second in the league, 1 point behind Atleti, 2 points ahead of Barcelona with game in hand. We can be 5 points ahead of Barcelona if we beat Valencia on the 3rd of Jan. So that is good. Being above Barcelona, that is good. 1 point behind Atleti. Let's see how it goes. 20th in the Champions League is pathetic, disgraceful, pathetic. 2 trophies, 20th. second. B minus. B minus. And then in conclusion, I think the overall rating, I think if we go through it, that's been 2 Fs, but then again, F, B, D, F. So F, D, B, F, B. So we've got 2 Bs, 2 Fs, 1 D. It should be a D season. But I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna give it an overall C rating. I think this season has been a C, and that's just my personal opinion. I'm giving this season an overall rating. I mean, you know, this looks dead, fam. Let me make it bigger, fam. Let me make it bigger. Like, just put in, let me put it in the middle as well, fam. Well, I mean, like a high school presentation, fam. It looks dead as well, but it is what it is, fam. C, I think, is my overall rating for this team, and as we're finishing this video up, I think it's fair, especially with what's been going on for the season for Real Madrid, the lack of consistency, the lack of dominating games. But I think it just shows what we can do and how good we can be. If I'm giving this team a C, and we're second, we've won 2 trophies, then my goodness gracious, the potential of this team is scary. And this is what I mean. I've got high expectations about this team. I love this team. I care about this team more than anyone else. So me giving this team a C is because I care. I know where we can be. I know the levels we can hit. We haven't done it. We've had patches of it this season, but we haven't done it. I think now every player needs to step up the second part of the season. Carlo needs to step up. The board needs to make the right decision. We have to make a centre-back signing this Jan. We can't enter next season. We can't enter 2025 and play 6 months with no centre-backs, with no reinforcement. So I'm looking at the board. I'm looking at Carlo. I'm looking at the players. Give the fans what they want. The fans, brother, we're rooting for you no matter what. And can we do it? Can we win the Champions League and La Liga again? Can we retain 2 trophies, which Carlo Ancelotti has never done in his career? Let's see what it goes. But chat, let me know down in the comments what your rating is of this season. How you think each category has been. If you think I'm being too harsh, tell me I'm being too harsh. If you're harsher than me, that's fine. You can be, brother, this is your opinion. I've given you my opinion. You are the voice of your own. Be your opinion. Tell me how you feel. I will read the comments. Tomorrow, we've got a special stream, which I'm working on. But listen, I'll try my best. As I said, the season is done in terms of the Christmas period is now here. 2 weeks of no football, but it doesn't mean the content is over. If you enjoy the content, hit subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, and most importantly, comment your own thoughts, because I'll be reacting to every single one of them. Peace!